Hello and welcome. This is Cambridge O Level Additional Maths paper number 1. The subject code is 4037. This is May-June 2022 exam. This is the version 2 for this exam. So let's start. So in this paper, remember you are given some formulas and I have copied those formulas for you to just have a brief look over them. So first of all, we are given algebraic formulas. We are given the quadratic equation and how to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Then we are given the binomial theorem, uh, and we are also given this value, and where n is a positive integer. Remember, this is also the uh, combination or NCR value, or the if you have to find out a certain combination, this is the formula that we use. Then we are also given the arithmetic series and we are given the geometric series. Apart from that, we are also given the trigonometric identities and the triangle formulas. So let's start. In question number 1, we are given a waveform like this, and we are asked to provide or say that the diagram shows the graph of y equals to a sine bx plus c. So remember, this waveform is actually y is equal to a sine bx plus c. So this is the formula where a, b, c are integers or actually whole numbers. For minus 80 less than equal to x less than equal to 180 degrees. Let's find out the values of a, b, and c. So remember, this is a waveform and this is a sinusoidal waveform that is having a certain amplitude and a shift. Before I go into the details, let me draw you a sine wave and give you an idea how it looks like. So a normal sine wave, so for example, y equals to sine of x, how it will look like. So if I start from 0, so it will look like this. So this is 180 degrees, this is 0 degrees, this is, yes, so something like this is, oh, sorry, not 180. So this is for a normal sine wave, one cycle, this is 360 degrees. This is 180 degrees. This is 90 degrees. This is 270 degrees. So this is normally y equals to sine x looks like. So if I multiply it with an amplitude a, for example, this, or if, for example, if I have to find out the amplitude, so this will be the value of a. So a is actually the amplitude. And if I multiply this, for example, a sine 2x, what this 2 will do, it will make 2 cycles in this 360 degrees. So if I have 180 here and 360 here, this will have now 2 cycles of magnitude a in this case. And similarly, if I'm going to add a value c, so this is an offset. So if a plus value, it means that this value or this whole waveform is raised to another level c. So for example, this is the c, so I draw my waveform over here, something like this. And if this c is a negative value, if I take it down, so it means that my whole wave shifts downward. So this is actually a DC offset. So here in this wave, what we see is that this wave has an offset, and this offset is towards the lower half, or it means that the offset is in the negative value. And we also see that how many cycles we have in between 0 and 1 and 180. So we have 2 cycles. So if we extrapolate it to 360 degrees, we will have 4 cycles. And let's find out what the amplitude. So for the amplitude, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 would be somewhat the amplitude. So let's see from the figure how we are going to find out these values. So for example, uh, we have at x equals to 0, or so on an x equals to 0, we have x equals to 0. Our y value is 1, 2, 3, somewhere here, 3. Okay, so our y value is minus 3. So this is, remember, this is positive side and this is the negative side. So our y value is minus 3. So if I'm going to put these values here, so y is equal to a sine bx plus c. So if my y value is minus 3, a sine b, my x value is 0 plus c. So this thing becomes equal to 0. So what we are left, c is equal to minus 3. So we can also use this point P, this is our point P, and find out the value of C. So from here, we can see that the value of C is this. Now, what is the amplitude? So if this is, say, our reference point, so we can see that the uh, waveform is completely flipped on this side. So we can easily find 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is my amplitude, or the value of A, and A is 5 digits, or here it is from minus 3 to plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So the value of A we can find from here is 5. And now, uh, how many cycles? We have 2 cycles in 180 degrees. It means that in 360 degrees, we will have 4 cycles. So it means that this waveform is sine of 4x. So now this corresponds to b equals to 4. So what we get here is y equals to 5 sine 4x minus 3. So this is how our equation will look like. And the values, we have to find out the value of A. A is 5, B is 4, and C is minus 3. This is your solution for this part. So moving to next question, it says question number 2, given that x equal to secant square theta and y plus 2 is equal to cotangent square theta, find y in terms of x. So we remember one thing, we remember from the trigonometric formulas, remember this equation, that we are given these trigonometric formulas, so you can always use these. So we are all given, and we also know that uh, secant theta is equal to 1 over cos theta. Similarly, cotangent of theta is equal to 1 by tangent of theta. Okay. So from this equation, we can use or we can see that x equals to secant theta and y plus 2 equals to cotangent theta. We can easily write that using identity, that is secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tangent square theta. So if we use this identity, we have x equals to secant square theta. We get x equals to 1 plus tangent square of theta. So we get one like this. So from here, what we can have, tangent square theta is equal to x minus 1. Okay. So now let's use the other equation, y plus 2 equals to cotangent square theta. This thing can be written as y plus 2 equals to 1 over tangent square theta. And now we have found out that tangent square theta is equal to x plus 1. So y plus 2 is equal to 1 over x minus 1. Okay, so from here, making y as subject of the formula, y is equal to 1 over x minus 1 minus 2. And simplifying this, we get y is equal to x minus 1, 1 minus 2 into x minus 1, and this gives me uh, 3 minus 2x over x minus 1. Okay, so now we have to find y in terms of x. So y in terms of x is y is equal to 3 minus 2x over x minus 1. So this is our answer for this question. Next, question number 3. Question number 3, it says variables x and y are such that when log of 2y plus 1 is plotted against x square, a straight line, remember a straight line graph passing through points 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 5 is obtained. It says find y in terms of x. Okay, so what we're getting a straight line for variables x and y, and they're passing through points this. Okay, so we know that the equation of straight line, equation of straight line as y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope between the 2 points, and the slope is given as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, given that these two are two different points. So let's say this is my point 1 and this is my point 2. So point 2, so y2, 5 minus point 1y, 1, and 2 minus 1. It, it comes out to be 4 by 1. The gradient becomes equal to 4. So this is my gradient. And if I have to find out this equation, uh, so y equals to 4x plus c. Now put any of these point. Let me use p1, 1 comma 1. We get y is equal to 1, 4, x equals to 1 plus c. The value of c is minus 3. So this will give me my equation of straight line, y equals to 4x minus 3. So this is the straight line that will be passing between points 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. Now it is saying that variable x and y such that variable uh, say for example this are x, this is y, and when these variables are plotted such that x corresponds to x square and this variable y corresponds to log of 2y plus 1, what it or what it changes to. So we say let y is equal to log of 2y plus 1 and x equals to x square, or you can say call it or replace these two in the replace y and x by these two variables in this equation. So what we get? So we get log of 2y plus 1 is equal to 4x square minus 3. Okay, so this is the equation we get. So now let's simplify it and see what we get. So if I'm going to simplify it, how it will look like? So it will look like 2y plus 1. If I take log on the other side, it will be 10 um, to the power 4x square minus 3. Okay, and then it would be 2y equals to 10 power 4x square dot 10 to power minus 3 minus 1, and then we get y equals to 10 4x square divided by 1000 minus 1 whole multiply by 1 by 2. Okay, so something like this, or this is, I would say not something, this is actually the answer for this question. Okay, So this is how you go about solving this question. Moving ahead, it says find the value of y when x is equal to this. So we found out, remember, we found out that y is equal to 10 power 4x square over 1000 minus 1 whole power 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the equation we were talking about. And we have to find out the value of y given x is equal to under root 3 by 2. So just put x equals to under root 3 by 2 over here. So this will be 10 4 under root 3 over 2 whole square divided by 1000 minus 1. Okay, so under root 3 by 2 whole square comes out to be 3 by 4. Okay, and 4 multiply by 3 by 4, this comes out to be 10 to power. So this thing comes out to be 1 by 2, 10 to power 4 multiply by 3 by 4 over 10 to power 3 minus 1. So 10, this 10 power 3, 10 power 3 both cancels out each other. So it comes, let me simplify, 10 to power 3, 10 to power 3 minus 1. This both cancels out. This goes to 0, 1 by 2 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So the answer is 0. Okay. So the value we are looking for, the value of x and the value of y. So y is equal to 0. Make sure you specify this answer uh, for the examiner to be able to see correctly or properly that you have calculated it. Then it says find the value of x when y is equal to 2. In this again, similarly, use the same equation y equals to 1 by 2, 10 raised to power 4x square over 10 power cube minus 1 and put y is equal to 2, y equals to 2, 1 by 2, 10 raised to power 4x square over 10x cube minus 1. So it becomes 4 or 4x square minus 3 and add plus 1. So 5 is equal to 10 power 4x square minus 3. Now you just simply take log on both sides. Now here you can say take log on both sides. What we get log of 5 is equal to log of 10 raised to power 4 x square minus 3. This comes out to be 4x square minus 3 log of 10 and log of 5. Remember, log of 10 is equal to 1. So we are left with 4x square minus 3 equals to log of 5. And eventually x square is equal to log of 5 plus 3 divided by 4. And if you're going to take the under root and find out the value, it will be 0 plus minus 0.962. Remember, in this will be a large value, and a good practice is to give the answers up to 3 significant figures. So this is how your answer will look like, and you just simply use answer. Again, log of 5, you can use calculator to find out this value, and under root of all this value will give you something like this. Okay, so moving ahead, question number 4, it says find the unit vector in the same direction as minus 15 by 8. So remember, usually we see that a vector, for example, u vector is written as x I hat plus y j hat. So u unit vector is u vector divided by u magnitude. So the u magnitude in this case will be uh, uh, u magnitude will be x square plus y square whole under root. So this will become x divided by under root x square plus y square I hat plus y divided by the magnitude x square plus y square j hat. So we are using this same way, so the vectors are also written in this manner. So this is actually the x value, this is the y value. So in our case, say we can say let a is given as the minus 15 8 vector. First of all, find a magnitude. Find a magnitude will be minus 15 square plus 8 square whole under root. So the a magnitude will be equal to 17. Yes, a magnitude will be equal to 17. So this is the magnitude. So now we divide for in order to find a unit vector, we'll have minus 15 divided by the magnitude 17 I hat plus 8 divided by the magnitude j hat. This is the magnitude or the unit vector. So a unit vector can also be written as 1 by 17 minus 15 8. So the unit vector for this will be look something like this. Okay. Then part B, it says that 2a or 5 4b minus 12 over 3, again 3 is equal to this value. It says find out the values of a and b. So these are actually matrix addition of two, or simply vector addition of two vectors. So just add them. The first will give us 2a plus 4b minus 12 is equal to 4b minus 4a. So this is my first equation. My second equation will be minus 5 plus 3. Minus 5 plus 3 will be equal to minus 2 is equal to 4a. So let me add 4a here and 8b. Okay. So if I get something like this, equation number 2, just now adding these two equations together. So, or actually you can say solving simultaneously or adding. So if I add these two will cancel with each other. So what I will be, no, hmm, yes, so these two will cancel and also these two will also cancel. Oh, sorry, my bad. Let me redo it again for you. I apologize. Uh, so again, adding these two together, 2a plus 4b minus 12 is equal to 4b minus a minus 4a. So now basically simplifying it. So these two cancel with each other. What I get here is 6a equals to 12, and this gives me a is equal to 2. Okay. And now from the second equation, it is minus 5 plus 3 equals to 4a plus 8b. This is minus 2 equals to 4a plus 8b. Now put in the value of a equals to 2 minus 2, 4 into 2 plus 8b. This gives minus 2 minus 8 equals to 8b, and b is equal to minus 10 by 8 or minus 5 by 4, or equals to minus minus sign 5 by 4. So value of b is minus 5 by 4. So again, a is 2, b is minus 5 by 4, and this is the answer. Find out the values of a and b for our case. Next, question number 5. Question number 5, it says that the first three terms in ascending powers of x in the expansion 1 plus x by 6 over 12 multiplied by 2 minus 3x cube can be written in the form 8 plus px plus qx whole square, where p and q are constant. Find the values of p and q. Okay, so remember, this is a some people or some of the students get very confused while seeing such a big number. And again, 2 minus 3x, usually the students are comfortable by expanding up to coefficient 2. They usually are not very comfortable when it comes to higher coefficients, for example 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So remember, we are given a binomial theorem in the formula, and we can always use this theorem to expand or to get the values. Okay, so briefly, what I will be doing here, I will be expanding 1 plus x by 6 whole power 12. Another thing to remember in this question is that you have to go up to x power 2, or at max you can go up to x power 3, but there is no need to go more than that. So my best practice is that if you are multiplying these two factors together, uh, x going up to x power 2 will be the best choice or the best approach to go ahead. So you applying the binomial theorem that is given over in the paper, we get 1 power 12 plus uh, 12c1, first term 1, 12 minus 1, second term x by 2, this comes out to be power 1. Then 12c2, so this is 2, 12c2, first term 12 minus 2, second term x by 6 square plus 12c3, 1 power 12 minus 3 x over 6 cube plus so on and so forth. Again, you can always neglect the higher order terms. So you are left with 1 plus 12c1 is 12x over 6. Then 12c2 is 66 x square by 36 plus so on. And this comes out to be 1 plus 2x plus 11x square by 6 plus so on. So this is one expansion we need. Then we all need 2 minus 3x whole cube. So you just simply do the expansion cube plus 3 into first term whole square minus 3x power 1, then 3 single minus 3x square plus minus 3x whole cube. So if you are going to expand it, it becomes 8 plus uh, 4 into 3 12, 12 into 3 36 minus 36x plus uh, 3 into 2 6, 6 into 9 54, and minus x square plus, so 54 x square, although keeping it till x square is fine, but let's for the sake of simplicity, I'll go here, so minus 27 x cube. So what we are left is 8 minus 36x plus 54x square minus 27x cube. This is 2 minus 3x whole cube. And this is the second factor we have. So now let's multiply. So let's call it is equation 1. Let me call it as equation 2. So now multiply equation 1 and equation 2. So what we get is 1 plus 2x plus 11x square by 6 multiply by 8 minus 36x plus 54x square plus ignore the higher order terms. It will be easier. So now if we are going to multiply it, 8 minus 36x plus 54x square. Okay, then 2 into 8, 16x. So it's better to write plus 16x here. Then 2x into 32 minus 72x square plus this will be x cube terms. So higher order terms, ignore them. Then this 88x over 6. Uh, yes, 11x over 6. 36 plus 54, 7x. Okay, yes, it is like this. So this is 88x over 6x square. So it comes out over here 88x square over 6 comes out with a positive sign. Comes out with a positive sign. Then again, this comes out with a third order terms. This will be higher. So the easy way is just add these together. 8 minus 36 plus 16 minus 20x minus 54 plus 72 plus 88 by 6. If you add to calculator, it comes out to be minus 10 by 3 x square plus so on. And we have to compare it with 8 plus px plus qx square. Now comparing the coefficients, we get p equals to minus 20 and q is equal to minus 10 by 3. And this is your answer. Okay, so this is how you go about solving this question. So moving ahead, question number 6, it says a polynomial px equals to 6x cubed plus ax squared plus 6x plus b, where a and b are integers or whole numbers, are divisible by 2x minus 1. When px is divided by 2x minus 2, so sorry, divided by x minus 2, the remainder is this. So it says find the values of a and b. So okay, so we know that px is divisible by 2x minus 1. It means that the remainder is 0, or that is if 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, or the value of x is equal to 1 by 2, p of x for x equals to 1 by 2 is equal to 0. So just simply for case 1, put x equals to 1 by 2 in this equation and find out the value. Thus a 1 by 2 square plus 6 into 1 by 2 plus b, and the remainder will be equal to 0. Okay, so doing this, what you will get 6 by 8 plus a by 4 plus 3 plus b equals to 0. And if you simplify it, you will get something as a plus 4b is equal to minus 15, and this, call this your equation number 1. Okay, now when this is divided by x minus 2, so when x minus 2 you have to divide it, it means that x equals to 2. So when you divide it by x equals to 2, remainder is equal to 120. So just simply px equals to 2. This will become 6 into 2 cube plus a 2 square plus 6 into 2 plus b, and the remainder is equal to 120. Okay, so what you are left here is say 120 is equal to 48 plus 4a plus 12 plus b, and this simplifies to 4a plus b is equal to 60. Okay, so this call this as your equation number 2. Okay, and you have to find out the values of a and b. So solve 1 and 2 simultaneously. So solving this simultaneously, say for example from 1, a is equal to uh, minus 15 minus 4b. Now put in equation 2. So we get 4 into minus 15 minus 4b plus b equals to 60. Okay, and this this comes out to be minus 60 minus 16b plus b equals to 60, and overall this is equal to minus 15b equals to 120, and the value of b is equal to minus 8. Now put this value back in this equation and we get a equals to minus 15 minus 4 into minus 8. So the value of a is plus 32 minus 15. So the a 32 minus 15 equals to 17. So answer, my value of a is 17, my value of b is minus 8. These are my answers. Okay, so this is how I solve this part. Next part, it says, hence write down the remainder when p of x is divided by x. So remember, when divided by x, it means x equals to 0. And we have to find out a remainder we have to find out. So for p of x, x equals to 0, so put x is equal to 0. So it give us 6 into x cube plus value of a is 17. X again is 0 square minus 8 into x is 0, and then plus the value of c is minus 8. Sorry, 8. So the remainder p of x at x equals to 0 is equal to minus 8. So find out the remainder. So remainder is minus 8. So this is the remainder and this is your answer. Okay. Then it says find the value of p double dash. So remember, p of x is equal to 6x cube plus 17x square minus 8x minus 8. Okay. So this is the value. Oh, sorry, not 8. This is 6. Sorry, 6x minus 8. First of all, first derivative of x. First derivative of x, it becomes 3 into 6, 18 x square plus 34x minus 6. Okay, so this is my first derivative. Then second derivative of p, it becomes 18 into 2, 36x plus 34. This is my derivative. And then p double dash x at x equals to 0, this becomes 36 into 0 plus 34. This becomes equal to 34. So the value of p double dash 0 is equal to 34. So this is how you get your answer. Okay. Moving ahead, question number 7, it says show that this value or this fraction is given to you is written as 8x plus this. Okay, so let's see. So just take the LCM. So if I'm going to take the LCM, it becomes 2x plus 3 one part and x minus 1 whole square as the other. So the first part 2 multiplied by x minus 1 whole square, then minus 1, it becomes 1x minus 1 and 2x plus 3, then plus 1 into 2x plus 3. This is what we get. So if I'm going to solve it here, what I get is 2 into x square minus 2x plus 1 minus 1. Uh, it becomes 2x square uh, plus 3x minus 2x minus 3, and then plus 2x plus 3 and divided by 2x plus 3 x minus 1 whole square. So remember, the more clear your steps will be, the better will be the marks you will be getting. So 2x square minus 4x plus 2 minus 2x square uh, minus x plus 3 plus 2x plus 3. Okay, so minus 2x x square cancels out with each other, 2x plus 3 x minus 1 whole square. So minus 4x minus x plus 2x. So minus 4 minus 5 minus 5 plus 2. 3 minus 3x comes out to be minus 3x, 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 3 8 plus 8 over 2x plus 3 into x minus 1 whole square. And this is exactly what we are asked to find, 8 minus 3x over x minus 1 whole square 2x plus 3. Okay, so once you have done, you can call it as show. And this is your answer. This is how you show it. Okay, so now in part B, it says find the integral of 8 minus 3x over x minus 1 whole square uh, plus 2x plus 3 dx where a greater than 2. Give your answer in the form c plus l and d, where C and D are functions of A. Okay, so generally, when a figure like this or a form like this is given to us to find out the integral, we break it into its or make the partial fractions of this. Make partial fractions. And remember what we used to do, they will become A over x minus 1 plus B over x minus 1 whole square plus C over 2x plus 3. So see, this will be a very lengthy process. So remember, this is a 2-hour exam and there will be always hint in the earlier part. So if you just compare these partial fractions to what you have done over here, so actually you have seen the partial fractions of these entity. So just use these while solving that integral, and that will make your life pretty easy. If you're stuck or if you start making these partial fractions over here, God help you. I mean, you will be wasting some serious time. Do not do that. Always see what is the link between part A and B and use that. So the partial fractions are already given to us. So we can just simply break this, or we can write this as uh, in the form of the partial fractions 2 over 2x plus 3, then minus 1 over x minus 1, and then plus 1 over x minus 1 whole square, d of x. So this is the partial fraction form. Now break. So this is integral. We can have a separate integral for all of them. 2x plus 3 dx minus 2 to a 1 by x minus 1 dx plus integral 2 to a 1 over x minus 1 whole square dx. Okay, so if you are going to so let me change the color. And so if you are going to take the integral of this will be something ln of 2x plus 3 divided by 2 multiplied by 2. This will be its integral. If we are going to take integral of this will be ln of x minus 1 divided by 1. And what will be the integral of this? So this is an interesting one. So let me solve this for you. So, if you're going to take an integral of 1 over x minus 1 whole square dx, so you can just simply say let u is equal to x minus 1. So what we are uh, getting here is du equals to dx. So what we are left? We are left as du over u square. Okay, this is what we are getting. So if you are going to take an integral of this will be u power minus 2 integral du. This is u minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Okay, plus c. This becomes u power minus 1 minus u plus c. Now replace u by x minus 1. So we get x minus 1 whole power 1 this plus c. So this integration becomes minus 1 over x minus 1 plus c. So now this is equal to minus 1 over x minus 1. So this is how you get it. So now let's solve these for with the limits. So our first value of integration was natural log of ln 2x plus 3. Then we are left with minus ln of x minus 1. Then we are left with minus 1 over x minus 1. Okay, so this is what our integration values came out to be. Okay, and we have to put limit between a to 2. Okay, now let's put in the limit. So first we put a and then we'll put 2. And even let's try to simplify the log terms. You take them together. So these are minus. So basically they will be dividing. So they will come as ln 2x plus 3 over x minus 1. And minus this term comes as it is. So now put in the values of a and 2. So the value will become ln of 2a plus 3 over a minus 1. This minus 1 over a minus 1. This is one set of value, and we are subtracting ln of 2 into 2 4 plus 3 7 divided by 2 minus 1. So 1. This minus we are subtracting minus 1. Okay, so what we are left now? We are left now ln of 2a plus 3 over a minus 1 minus 1 over a minus 1 minus natural log of 7 minus and so plus 1. Okay, this is what we are left with. So again, uh, let me change the color to red. So these are the log terms. Put the log terms together. So if this is minus and this plus, so natural log 2a plus 3 over a minus 1, and this is divided by 7, so it becomes 1 by 7. This and comes with plus 1 minus 1 by a minus 1. Okay, so now add these two terms together. Uh, what we get? We get ln of 2a plus 3 over 7 into a minus 1 plus a minus 1 over a minus 1, something like this. So the left with ln of 2a plus 3 over 7 into a minus 1 plus a minus 2 over a minus 1. Okay. And in this question, they have asked us to give us in the form c plus ln of t. Okay. So our required form of answer is c plus natural log of t. So compare again. So comparing, we get the value of c. C is a minus 2 over a minus 1. So this is my value of c, and the value of t. So the value of t is 2a plus 3 over 7 into a minus 1. Okay. So this is how you go and end up solving this question, and this is how it goes or it will look like. So this is how my answer will look like. Okay. So moving ahead, question number 8. Question number 8 says that a team of 6 people is to be chosen from 10 people. Okay. So if we have to select a team of 6 people from a 10 people, so it will simply 10 cc. Okay. Team of 6 from 10. Now it says 2 of the people are sisters. Okay, fine. Who must not be separated. So they should not be separated. Okay. Uh, it says find the number of different teams that can be formed. So there will be two cases. So case one, sisters on team, and case two, sisters not on team. Okay. So when the sisters will be on the team, uh, how many members or the combination will be there? So the sisters one and two will be on the team, and we have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have to add remaining 4 other people, and how many people we are left with? So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are 2 short. So those 2 sisters are already here. They are on the team. So we are left with 8 people. So sisters on the team, our combinations of the team will look something like this. Okay, 8c4. Then the second case is sisters not on the team. So if the sisters are not on the team, um, how many people we are left to select from? So we are left with 8 people to select from. And how many members we have to select? We have to select 6 members. So the 8c6 will be the choice we have. So 8c6, remember this is 28, and 8c4 comes out to be 70. So the total number of so total combinations of total number of different teams with or without sisters will be equal to 70 plus 28. It will be 98, and this will be my answer. Okay. Then it says in part B, it says a 6-character password is to be chosen from the following characters: digits, letters, and symbols. So there are total of 3 into 3, 9 of these characters. Okay. So no character may be used more than once in the password. Okay, so this is our restriction. Find the number of different password may be chosen if there are no restrictions. So if there are no restrictions, so you have to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 letter passwords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to select 6 letters out of these 9 letters. So how many possible possibilities are there? So actually you have 9 letters, may or may not be choose more than one. So that's fine. 9p, and you have to select 6. So this is the all the permutations you have, and this comes out to be 604 80 combinations or different passwords. Different passwords will be there if there are no restrictions. So they you can use each word multiple times, and we don't care. So there are no restrictions. Now then comes the passwords. There is a restriction. Password starts with 2 letters. Okay, so say assuming this is my box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me change the color now. Starts with first 2 letters and ends with first the 2 digits. So out of the letters, so we have total of 3 letters. So we may use one or no character may be used more than once in a password. So not more than once. So the, the possibility or the probabilities or uh, the ways in which this letter can be chosen 3 times. And now we have, for example, used one of the letters. How many letters are remaining? 2 more letters are remaining. So this the number of ways in this can be chosen is 2. Okay. So this is with the letters, and similarly with 2 digits. Um, if this is 1 digit, we have again 3 digits. Possibility of choosing the other one will be 2. Okay. So this is the possibility or the ways in which we can use it. And again, 3 and 4. So if we have chosen 1, 2, 3, 4 letters now, out of 9, we have chosen 4 letters. So we have used 4 letters, 4 used now. Remaining, how many we are left with? Remaining are 5. Okay, so out of these 9 total, 5 are remaining. How many? How many possibilities are for this letter, for example? So this letter, there are 5 different possibilities, and once we have chosen this letter, how many possibilities are for this? So we are left with 4 only, and so 4 will be the possibilities. So the easiest way is to multiply all these: 3 into 2 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. So what you end up will be equal to 720, and that will be the value or the number of different passwords you can get if you add these restrictions. Okay. So moving ahead, question number 9. So the question number 9, it says a normal to the curve. Okay, so A. So again, remember, before we are going to solve these questions, my recommendation is not to get panicked by seeing a very complex sort of formula. Do not get panicked. These questions are very easy, very straightforward. There is a time limit to solve that, so there is always a little trick that will get you um, uh, uh, going if you find that in and help you solving this question in a very easy and a quick manner. Okay, so but again, I will try my level best to explain this to you in detail. So the normal to the curve y, so this is a curve at a point A on the curve where x equals to 0. So remember, at point A, x is 0, A is x and y, x is 0, meets the x-axis at point B. B is the x-axis. So at x-axis, your y value is 0. So whatever the value of x will be there, so the y value will be 0. Okay. The point C has coordinates. So point C 0, comma 3 natural log of 2. And it says find the gradient of line BC in terms of ln 2. Okay. So first of all, let's try to find out the normal or the gradient of that normal and see how it goes. So step 1, so we are given the curve y is equal to ln 3x square plus 2 over x plus 1. Okay, so we're given this curve. Uh, so the normal to the curve at point A. So at point A, if your x value is 0, what will be the y value? So at point A, your x value is 0. So your y value is natural log of 3 into 0 square plus 2 over 0 plus 1. So the y value is natural log of 2. So the coordinates of A, remember, are 0 comma natural log of 2. So now one of my points is very clear. So point A is clear to me now. Okay. Now let's find out the derivative, or dy by dx is, this becomes so remember, uh, d by dv of uv, if a function or is given in this form will be u second derivative of first minus first derivative of second divided by derivative v square. Okay, this is how the derivative will look like. So let's do the derivative. So it will be x minus 1 derivative of natural log of this. It will be uh, 6x. No. Sorry. Wait. Let me solve it here. So let's find out dy by dx. So dy by dx. Second function, derivative of first. So derivative of first will be 1 over 3x plus 2 multiplied by 6x. This is the derivative of first function minus first function is natural log 3x square plus 2. Derivative of second is 1, and this is divided by x plus 1 whole square. Okay, so now dy by dx, it comes out to be, if we simplify it, it is 6x x plus 1 over 3x square plus 2 minus ln of 3x square plus 2 and whole divided by x plus 1 whole square. And if I'm going to simplify it further, uh, it comes out to be 6x x plus 1 minus ln of 3x square plus 2 multiplied by 3x plus 2 and whole divided by 3x square plus 2 multiplied by x plus 1 whole square. So this is my derivative. So remember, we are trying to, so for example, this is your curve going and this is your point A. Sorry, for example, let me say this is your point A. This is the derivative and we are trying to find out the normal here. So the value of derivative at this point, so put in the value dy by dx at point A. So put in the coordinates, the value of x equals to 0, that is equal to x equals to 0, y is equal to ln of 2. If you put in the value, we are left with 0 minus uh, natural log of 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. Okay, So this two cancels. We are left with minus ln of 2. So this is the derivative of the or the you can say uh, derivative at this point a. So now or you can say so the gradient of normal. So the gradient of normal, remember, is inverse of this minus 1 divided by this value of this d by dx is minus ln of 2, and this comes out to be 1 over ln of 2, and this is the gradient of normal, or the normal line that is passing through this point. So we are now having a point and a normal line. So remember, if say this is the curve, this is point A, this is the derivative, the slope of this derivative is minus ln of 2, and this normal will have a slope of 1 by ln of 2, and it is passing through the point 0 natural log of 2. So now we can easily find the equation of this normal. Okay, so equation of normal line. So remember, for equation of normal line, we need y equals to mx plus c. We have the slope m of normal line 1 by ln of, so it is 1 by ln of 2. This is the slope of the normal line, uh, and the point from which this line is passing is point A. A point A is 0 comma natural log of 2. So we have the point. So let's put in the values. So y is equal to ln of 2 plus slope 1 by ln of 2 multiplied by x. X is equal to 0 plus c. This will give us c equals to natural log of 2. So my equation for normal becomes y equals to 1 by ln of 2 x plus ln of 2. So this is the equation of the normal line. So now what it is saying? It is saying that the normal line is passing through point A and meets the x-axis at point B. So it means that that line, for example, this is the line that was passing from A. It meets the, for example, x-axis at this particular point B. This is your x-axis, say this is your y-axis. So it meets the point B over here. So B at x-axis, it means the value of x is there, y is 0. So at B, so we can use, we know the line is passing, so it means that point B lies on the line. So point B lies on the normal line. So we can find out the coordinates of B. Coordinates. Okay. So how we can find out the, so we have the equation y equals to x over ln of 2 plus ln of 2. So with point B, we know that it is at x-axis, the value of y is equal to 0. Now put y equals to 0. We have to find out x, ln of 2, and this plus natural log of 2. Okay. So what we get minus natural log of, so what we get minus natural log of 2 is equal to x over natural log of 2. So this comes out to be x equals to minus natural log of 2 whole square. This is value of x. So my point B, the coordinates are minus natural log of 2 square comma 0. So now I have coordinates of B. I have coordinates of C. C is 0 comma 3 natural log of 2. So I have coordinates of B, I have coordinates of C. What I have to find out? We have to find out the gradient of the line BC. So I have both points. I have points B with me, I have point C. So remember, Gradient m is the gradient, or gradient between any 2 points is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Call it point 2, call it point 1. Okay, so y2 is 3 natural log of 2. What is y1? 0. What is x2? X2 is 0 minus what is x1? Minus natural log of 2 whole square. This comes out to be 3 divided by natural log of 2. This is my gradient. Okay, so the gradient of line BC is 3 over natural log of 2. See, this is how this can be found, and this is as simple as that. Okay, so next question, question number 10. Question number 10, it says, given the simultaneous equations, show that x square is equal to 13x minus 30 equals to 0. Okay, so let's try to solve it. So we are given these two equations in terms of logarithms. So so let's call this equation 1, this equation as 2. So from equation 1, what we get from equation 1, we get, so the two logs are multiplying, so we can call it as log of x plus log of y square equals to 1, and these two logs are multiplying, we can write it as ix square equals to 1. Okay, equals to, oh sorry, not 1. So we can easily write as log this, and if we are going to end this log, it will be something like this. Let's call it as equation 3. Okay, so now putting equation 3 in equation 2, we get, so remember we have to find out in terms of x, so make y as subject. So y square is equal to 10 by x. So use this and put it in x minus 3 y square 10 by x equals to 13. Okay, so now we have this. So x minus 30 over x equals to 13. So this is x square minus 30 uh, over x equals to 13. X square minus 30, 13x. So x square minus 13x minus 30 equals to 0. So now actually what we have done, we have basically solved these both equations simultaneously, and we ended up with this equation. And in the first part, we have shown that this thing is like this shown. So this is what we have shown here. Okay, so now in the next part it says solve these equations, simultaneous equations, giving your answer in the exact form. So you have, remember, you have already solved it. So x square minus 13x minus 30 equals to 0. You have actually solved these equations simultaneously. So find out the value of x. So remember, x is equal to plus minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So x is equal to minus plus 13 plus minus under root b square minus 13 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 30 over 2 into a. So the value of x comes out from here is 15, and Value of x 15 and minus 2. Yes, okay. So the value of x is there will be, remember it's a quadratic equations, there will be two values 15 and minus 2. So these will be the two values of x. Okay, so for these two values now find values of y. Okay, so remember from earlier equation your y is equal to uh, x y square is equal to 10. Okay, so you have x y square equals to 10. So for x equals to 15, okay, y is equal to 10 divided by 15 whole under root. So this comes out to be y equals to 5 5 twos are 5 threes are so 2 by 3 under root plus minus y. Okay, so for x equals to 15 you have these two values of y. Similarly for x equals to minus 2, okay, your value of y is x y square equals to 10. So y square is equal to 10 divided by minus 2 is equal to minus 5. So y square is equal to minus 5, and this is not possible. Okay, although we are not going to higher math, so actually we are not going to complex numbers, so this is not possible. So simply we are left with the values. Answers are for x equals to 15, y is equal to plus minus under root 2 by 3. So if we are going to solve these equations simultaneously, these will be our answers. Okay, so this is how you will be solving this equation to get the answers. Okay, so moving ahead, part B, it says solve the equation log ax plus 3 log xa equals to 4, where a is a positive constant giving x in terms of a. So remember, this is interesting. So log ax is equal to 1 over log xa. Okay, so remember this is a property of log. So again, log a to power x plus I'll do it log 3 over log ax equals to 4. Okay, so this is how I will be doing it. So log ax, let's say whole square, plus 3 equals to 4 log of ax. If I'm going to do like this, so now let log ax equals to u. So if this is u, this becomes u square plus 3 equals to 4u, u square minus 4u plus 3. Uh-oh, I'm sorry for that. My pen is making some issues. So for u plus 3 equals to 0. So again, this is a quadratic equation. You can use the quadratic formula, but again, we can always find two factors that when we multiply them, we'll get 4, and when we are going to add them, we'll get 3. So u square, let's try to find, okay. So plus 4u minus u plus 3 equals to 0. Okay. Or not something like this, or minus 3 minus, okay, yes, minus 3u minus 3. So and you multiply, okay, yes, so minus 3u minus u. Now this is what we'll be getting. So solving this over here, we get u square, sorry, u common, u minus 3 minus 1 common u minus 3 equals to 0. So u minus 1 and u minus 3 equals to 0. So the u equals to 1 is one solution, u equals to 3 is one solution. So if I'm going to say replace u by log of ax, we get what we get. What we get is log ax equals to 1 for this case, and log ax equals to 3 for this case. So, taking log on both sides, it becomes a power 1 and it becomes x equals to a power 3. So this is our answer. So x equals to a is one answer and x equals to a cube is the other answer. So these two are our answers to this question. So answers a, x, the values of x in terms of a is given. Okay. So moving ahead, question number 11, or that this is the last question of this exam. So in this question, all the lengths are given in kilometers and time is in hours. Okay, time is in hours. So the particle P moves in straight line such that the displacement S from fixed point at time t is given by S equals to t plus 2, 5, t minus 5 square for t greater than 0. Find the values of t for which the velocity of p is 0. So remember, displacement is given by S, velocity v is the first derivative of is s dash, and similarly acceleration is v dash or s double dash. Okay, find the values of t for which velocity p of p is 0. Okay, so first of all, find out ds by dt, and this is equal to velocity. So first function as it is, derivative of second, that will be 2 t minus 5 plus second function as it is, derivative of first. So the value comes out to be uh, 2 2 t square minus 5t plus 2t minus 10 plus t square minus 10t plus 25, and this simplifies to 3t square minus 16t plus 5. Okay, so my velocity v of t equals to 3t square minus 16t plus 5, and it says the value of t when the velocity is equal to 0. So value of t when velocity is equal to 0, so 3t square minus 16t plus 5 equals to 0. So if I'm going to find t, I need to find out two factors that will give me uh, add up to 16, multiply up to 15. Okay, so multiply up to 15, add up to 16. So not so, this will be a little tricky. So let's use the quadratic formula. Okay, so t minus b is 16 plus 16 plus minus under root b square minus 16 square minus 4 into 3 into 5 over 2 into 3. So if I'm going to solve, t value is 1 by 3 and 5. Okay, so the values of t, so t is equal to 1 by 3 hours and t equals to 5 hours. So these are the two values of t when the velocity is equal to 0. So this is my answer to the first part. Okay, then it says on the axis, on this axis, draw a displacement time graph for p equals. So remember the displacement s of t. S of t is given as t plus 2, t plus 2 uh, multiplied by t minus 5 whole square. Okay, so the displacement is given as this value. So we have to find draw the graph between 0 to 6 hours, starting from the coordinates of the points where the graph meets the coordinate axis. Okay, so the easiest way is to first of all make a table of time, uh, and time with the displacement value. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the values. So at, if I put 0, my value of displacement will be 50. If I put 1, my displacement would be 48. If I put 2, my deflation would be 636. If I put 3, my displacement would be 20. So we have to put these values in this equation, okay, and find out these values. If I put 4, my value would be 6. If I put 5, my value will be 0. And if I put 6, my value will be 8. So the good way is to make sure what is the maximum value, 50. So start with 50, make 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So displacement is in kilometers, add the units, time is in hours, add the hours. At initial time, time t equals to 0. Let me change the marker so that it is pretty visible. At time t equals to 0, we have this point. At time t equals to 1, we have something around 48. So this point. At time t equals to 2, we have 36, 35, somewhere here. At 3, we have 20, somewhere here. At 4, we have 6, somewhere here. At 5, we have 0, and at 6, we have not 10 but 8. So if we are going to join it, so it will be a graph like this. Okay, like this and going like this. Okay, so this is the displacement type graph and stating the coordinates on the points where the graph meet the coordinate axis. So this is point, coordinates are on the, it is on the y-axis, so it means that value of x is 0, it is 50. And this is another coordinate, this is on the x-axis, it means the y coordinate is 0, 5, comma 0. So these are the two coordinates which we have to state. Okay, so similarly, moving ahead, it says on the axis, draw the velocity time graph. So remember, we have found out the velocity. The velocity which we have found earlier was this value. This one was the velocity value, 3t square minus 16t plus 5. So velocity was 3t square minus 16t plus 5. This one was kilometers per hour. So this one was the velocity. And again, the good way to do this is again by making a table. So I'll make a table where let's try to make it here. So time t and the value of velocity. So time again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I find out the values of t, so at time t equals to 0, my velocity is 5. At 1, my velocity is minus 8. At 2, my velocity is minus 15. At 3, it's minus 16. At 4, it is minus 11. At 5, it is 0. And at 6, it is 17. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so and again we know that from the velocity equation we have solved it for times, that at time t equals to 1 by 3 and time t equals to 5, this velocity graph was cutting. So at time t equals to it is cutting 5, but at 1/3 we are not finding it here. So that is something we have to keep in mind. Okay, so the maximum value is plus 17, minimum value is 16. So divided in between uh, sets of 5, 5, 10, not 5 sets, or sets of 10 and 20. So for example, 10 here, 20 here. Similarly, minus 10 here, minus 20 here. So at 0, my velocity is 5. At 1, my velocity is minus 8, somewhere a little above to go. Say at 2, my velocity is minus 15, somewhere here. At 3, my velocity is 16, somewhere here. At 4, my velocity is 11, somewhere here. At 5, my velocity is 0. The velocity is 0. At 6, the velocity is pretty high. It's somewhere here 17. Okay. And we also know that it was 1/3. So if I cut it into 3, so this is 1/3 where it is cutting. So let's draw this line. So I will be drawing it by red. So this curve will look something like this. So it will start moving upwards and like this. Okay. So this is a velocity time graph. So on the points where the graph meet the coordinate axis, so this is one point. This point is on the y-axis. So x value is 0, y value is 5. This point, this point is on the x-axis. So 1/3, y value is 0. Similarly, there is one this point on the x-axis, it means the y value is 0, so it's 5 comma 0. So these are the 3 points which we can identify on this curve. And again, do not make a dotted curve, make a solid line. I have since I am using a pen that is not and I'm not very a pro designer or a pro writer with this pen, but make a solid line and a smooth curve, and that will give you much better credit or give a very good impression on your examiner who is marking the paper. Okay, so next part D, it says write down the expression for the acceleration of p at time t. So remember, my velocity equation was uh, 3t square minus 16t plus 5. So just need to do is differentiate it. It becomes 6t minus 16. Okay, and this is equal to a, or acceleration. Okay, so let me call it as a. So this is the expression. So a is equal to 6t minus 16, and this is acceleration. This is kilometer per hour square. Okay, make sure you are not using the correct units. Okay. Okay. So now, hence on the axis below, draw the acceleration time graph. So now this is an acceleration time graph. This is a straight line, so the graph would be a straight line. So again, uh, time t and acceleration a of t. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, at time t equals to 0, this value will be minus 16. At time t equals to 1, this will be minus 10. At time t equals to 2, it will be minus 4. At 3, 18 minus, which is 2. At 4, it will be 8. At 5, it will be 14. At 6, it will be 20. Okay, so minus 20 plus 20. So make it something like this. So this is 10, this is 20. this is 10, this is 20. Again, this is minus 10, this is minus 20. Okay, so at 0, the value is minus 16. At 1, the value is minus 10. At 2, the value is minus 4, somewhere here, minus 4. At 3, the value is 2. At 4, the value is 8. Uh, at 5, the value is 14. At 6, the value is 20. So remember, this is a straight line, so you will be getting a good, oh, sorry, um, my bad. So you will be getting a good straight line with all these points together. So again, use a ruler and draw a good straight line. And the points where this is cutting the coordinate axis. So this point is x. This is on the y-axis. So x is 0. The y value is minus 16, and this is on the x-axis. So this value will be 60 minus 16 equals to 0. So t value will be 16 by 6. This comes out to be 8 by 3 hours. So this is, and on the x-axis, so it is 8 by 3, y value will be 0. So this is the value for these 2 points. So this is how you will be solving this question. And this marks the end of this exam or paper 1 for additional mathematics. Uh, so you will be having your exam pretty soon, and I wish you all the best for your exam. And thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.